What is up, guys? It's Mike Man WBA here, back after a slight delay with the third week of Trios Wrestling Federation fixtures. We're going to get straight into this episode, and we're kicking off our first match being the Hall of Famers versus British Strong Style, and it is Batista, Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio that pick up the win against British Strong Style, being Pete Dunne, Trent Seven and Tyler Bate, in 15 minutes 21, when Batista defeated Tyler Bate by pinfall with a Batista bomb. So Randy Orton being head and shoulders above everybody else, getting himself a 58 in-ring performance. Rey Mysterio getting a 41, Batista getting a 40, Tyler Bate getting a 41, Trent Seven a 35 and Pete Dunne a 49. No work improvements from that match, sadly, but still a good match to kick us off. Following that, we had Chaos versus Tranquillo, and it is Kazuchika Okada, Ishii and Toru Yano who defeat Almas, Rush and Tetsuya Naito, when Okada defeated Almas by pinfall with a German suplex. So in this one we had both Okada and Naito getting 58s, one on each side. Almas also getting a 57. Rush got a 43 and Yano and Ishii both got 48s. If we look at the work improvements, we see that Rush improves his performance skills in that one, but nothing else. Next up, we have the European lads versus What the Rocks Are Cooking, and it is Cesaro, Rusev and Sheamus that defeat Spud, Rocky Romero and Jonah Rock in 14:47, when Rusev defeated Jonah Rock with a Bullplex. In this one, both Cesaro and Sheamus got 55s, Rusev got a 49, Spud got a 49, Rocky Romero got a 52 and Jonah Rock got a 47. Next up, we had Vanity, David Starr, Donovan Dijak and Ethan Page lose to Team ROH, Christopher Daniels, Colt Cabana and Jay Lethal in 14:39, when Colt Cabana defeated Dijak by pinfall with the Colt 45. In this one we had both Lethal and Daniels get 56, Colt Cabana get a 45, Ethan Page a 35, Dijak a 34 and David Starr a 37. But Lethal, Starr and Page all improving their performance skills in this one, which is nice to see. After that, we have Leaders 2000 versus the Job Squad, and it is the British guys Skrull, Ospreay and Sabre Jr. that come out ahead against Hawkins, Rawley and Ryder, when Skrull defeats Ryder by pinfall with the Graduation. Sabre and Ospreay both getting 53s, Skrull a 45, Hawkins 41, Ryder a 36 and Rawley a 35. Lots of improvements in this one. Hawkins and Ryder improving their technical skills, Rawley and Sabre improving their performance skills, and Marty Skrull improving in the Rumble. After that we have Ringkampf versus the White Russians, and it is Axel Dieter Jr., Timothy Thatcher and Volta who come out ahead against Dragunov, Jay White and Leo Rush, when Axel Dieter Jr. defeated Jay White by submission with a Lotus Lock. In this one we had Volta and Thatcher both getting 34s, Dieter Jr. getting a 47, Leo Rush getting a 38, Jay White a 39 and Dragunov a 33, with Rush improving his performance skills. After that we have Aussie Open and Shut versus the Undisputed Era, and it is the Aussie lads Adam Brooks, Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis that beat Adam Cole, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly in 15 minutes and 4 seconds, when Davis defeated Bobby Fish by pinfall with an airplane spin. Bobby Fish actually did get a slight injury in this match, but I think he should be able to work through it. Davis got a 37, Fletcher a 36 and Adam Brooks a 41, while Adam Cole also got a 41, Kyle O'Reilly got a 43 and Bobby Fish got a 45. No worker improvements in this one. And then Also, actually, a little bit of heat on Kyle Fletcher there for hurting Bobby Fish. And then in our main event of the evening, we have The Shield versus Space Cakes, and it is Matt Riddle, Matt Sydal and Space Monkey who come out ahead against Ambrose, Rollins and Reigns, when Sydal defeats Roman Reigns with the Shooting Star Press. So Rollins got himself a 57 in this one, Reigns got a 50, Ambrose got a 55, Space Monkey a 44, Sydal a 48 and Matt Riddle a 51. Space Monkey improving in his performance skills as we end the show, getting a 55 C-. We'll just have a quick check on Bobby Fish before we go into our week 2 fixtures. So let's have a look here. Probably not going to be too bad. Yeah, he's able to work through it, so it's not too much of a problem. And we'll give him some money because, or we'll give Carl Fletcher some money because he'll be upset at injuring him, which is it's a roundabout way of punishing him. But we don't want anyone being upset on these shows. So that is all for week 1, and I'll see you guys in just a second for week 2. Okay, we are back with our Division 2 matches. Let's jump straight into those as well. And we kick off with Scarier Than the Men versus the Elite. And it is the women's team, Killer Kelly, Millie McKenzie and Toni Storm, that defeat Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, in 15 minutes and 3 seconds, when Millie McKenzie defeats Matt Jackson by submission. Ratings for this one, Toni Storm getting a 39, McKenzie getting a 38 and Killer Kelly getting a 38 as well. Both of the Young Bucks getting a 47 and Kenny Omega getting a 55. In this one we had Nick Jackson, Millie McKenzie and Killer Kelly all improving their performance skills. In the next match we had the Bella Busters, Daniel Bryan, John Cena and John Laurinaitis defeat Vengeance, Jimmy Havoc, Mark Haskins and Morgan Webster in 15 minutes and 14 seconds, when John Cena defeated Morgan Webster with an attitude adjustment. Laurinaitis, of course, as usual, was the weak link. He got a 19 to John Cena's 50 and Daniel Bryan's 58, while Morgan Webster got a 38, Jimmy Havoc a 42 and Mark Haskins a 49. Haskins improving his performance, Webster improving his performance and Havoc improving his technical skills in that one. Next up we had the Canadian Best Friends versus Team Japan, and it is Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn who defeat Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kota Ibushi and Naoki Tanizaki in 14 minutes 40, when Sami Zayn defeated Tanahashi by pinfall with the Brainbuster. Tanizaki unfortunately the weak link in this one, as Sami Zayn got a 48, Kevin Owens a 56, Chris Jericho a 52, Tanizaki a 38, Ibushi a 56 and Tanahashi a 50. Tanizaki though improving in his technical skills. Next up we have Team NXT versus Team When TNA Was Good, in arguably probably one of the best matches we'd see in real life. And it is Team NXT, Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano and Roderick Strong that defeat AJ Styles, Bobby Roode and Samoa Joe, when Roddy Strong defeats Styles by pinfall with a super double knee gutbuster. Strong getting a 50, Gargano a 48 and Black a 47, while both Samoa Joe and AJ Styles get 58s and Bobby Roode gets a 55, and Roderick Strong improving in his technical skills. After that we have Suzuki Gun versus Team CTW, and it is the Killer Elite Squad, Davey Boy Smith and Lance Hoyt and Minoru Suzuki that defeat Leo Rossi, Red Eagle and Symbiote in 14 minutes and 42, when Minoru Suzuki defeats Symbiote by submission with a sleeper hold. Red Eagle unfortunately off his game, but still got the high score on his team with a 33, while Leo Rossi got a 31 and Symbiote a 29. While Lance Hoyt got a 38, Davey Boy Smith Jr. a 47 and Suzuki got a 50. No worker improvements in that one. Next up we have the battle of the 3-letter team names, as CCK go up against Ally J, and it is the Japanese team of Evil, Hiromu Takahashi and Sanada that defeats Chris Brooks, Jonathan Gresham and Kid Lykos in 15 minutes and 5 seconds, when Evil defeated Lykos by pinfall with a running elbow, and Takahashi head and shoulders above everyone else in this match. Brooks off his game, getting a 32, Gresham getting a 37 and Lykos a 42, while Evil and Sanada both got 40s and Takahashi got a 51. Gresham improving his performance skills in that one, as is Kid Lykos. And our next match, we have the handicap match of Braun Strowman versus Team Smug Pricks. And they do manage to pick up their first win as Mundo, Treve and Miz defeat Strowman, when Miz defeats Strowman with the skull-crushing finale. Mundo head and shoulders above everyone else with Treve the weak link. Strowman getting a 43, Miz getting a 41, Treve a 30 and Mundo a 55, with the Miz and Braun both improving in their performance skills. And then in the main event we have the New Day versus Team Scotland, and it is Noam Dar, Drew Galloway and Grado that defeat Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods and Big E in 15 minutes and 8 seconds, when Grado defeats Big E with the Wii Boot. Grado, the weak link of this match, getting a 34 to Noam Dar's 44 and Galloway's 46, while Big E gets a 47, Xavier gets a 49 and Kofi gets a 52. Big E improving in his technical, flying and performance skills in that one, so a great match for him, as we end that show with a 52D+. So I'll be back in just a second with the updated league table. I'll see you then. Here we are with the league table for the end of week 3 then, and then a surprise team at the top of Division 1 after 3 weeks, and that is Space Cakes, with the only team in Division 1 with a 3-0 record. They are of course followed though by the White Russians, What the Rocks Are Cooking, the Undisputed Era, Ring Camp, the European Lads, the Future Hall of Famers and Team Ring of Honor, all with 2 wins and 1 loss. The teams with a 1-2 record are Team Tranquillo, British Strong Style, Vanity, The Shield, Leaders 2000, Chaos and Aussie Open and Shut. And then the Job Squad, as you might expect, the only team with a 0-3 record in Division 1. And then in Division 2, 2 teams at the top of the table, that being Team Scotland and the Canadian Best Friends. They are closely followed by Vengeance, Suzuki Gun, Scarier Than the Men, the Bella Busters and Ally J. On 1 and 2 we have Team CTW, the New Day, When TNA Was Good, Team Japan, Braun, CCK, Team NXT and the Smug Pricks. And then perhaps surprisingly, it was very surprising to me, the only team in Division 2 with an 0-3 record is the Elite. And if we go down to our best in-ring performances, you will see as well that not only has Kenny Omega got the bottom slot of the second division, he has also lost top spot in the performance ratings. He was top on 56, he has now dropped all the way down to 14th, actually dropping 1 performance rating as well, as AJ Styles takes the top spot alongside Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Kazuchika Okada, Tetsuya Naito and Samoa Joe, all of those guys on 58. Just behind them we have Andrade Cien Almas and Seth Rollins on 57. We then have Kota Ibushi, Kevin Owens, Jay Lethal and Christopher Daniels on 56. And then Cesaro, Kenny Omega, Johnny Mundo and Bobby Roode round up the top 16 with 55s, with honourable mentions going to Sheamus and Dean Ambrose. They also got 55s, but I've decided to keep these guys in the top, or in the top 16, based on the fact that they were here previously, and Sheamus and Ambrose haven't quite done enough just to bring them above these guys this week, but they will be hoping to push in next week. And they will want one of these guys to drop off. Kenny Omega will be trying to get back to the top of the table Very disappointing for him to drop all the way down here. And then of course these guys, Styles, Bryan, Orton, Okada, Naito and Samoa Joe, will be hoping that they can carry on their run of good form. Samoa Joe actually, I believe, was just off the table in the first week, or right at the bottom, moved up to 8th last week, is now joint top, so we'll have to see if he can carry on his form and take the lead. And then we've got the likes of Styles, Bryan and Orton, and Okada and Naito, really, all there at the top as well. Kota Ibushi has dropped down slightly from the lead. Almas and Rollins as well making a push up there. Both of those guys got 53s last week, as did Christopher Daniels actually, and they've just managed to eke above Daniels. Jay Lethal and Kevin Owens are the new entries this week. Both of those guys getting 56s while they weren't on the leaderboard last week. And Hiromu Takahashi has dropped out. He did get a 51, he did improve, but not as much as some of these other guys. People like Bobby Roode, I believe he was quite high the first week, dropped down, has now bounced back. Not bounced up the table, he's still 16th, but an improvement of 6 is massive, especially compared to some of the other guys only improving 2 or 3. But that is it for this week. I will see you guys soon for week 4. I'll try and bring it to you at the end of this week, slightly earlier than I brought this one out to you. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you soon.